Welcome into the latest edition of ESPN FC. I'm Dan Thomas, joined by Ali Moreno here in the studio. Shocking news today. Nobody saw it coming. Trent Alexander-Arnold is joining Real Madrid and leaving Liverpool in the summer. We'll talk about that later on in the show, but we'll kick things off by looking ahead to that second leg between Barcelona and Inter. Remember, 3-3. It finished at the Montjuic. Very much all to play for. Here's Hansi Flick.
They are a strong team, very experienced team, but also they love to play football. How the automatism they have, it's really tough to defend. And for us, tomorrow will be everyone has to be included in the defense, and this is the most important thing. What we have to do, the set pieces we have to defend much better, and we will change something. So this is I could say.
Jan's here. Everyone's here. Jan, Mario, and Jules all join us. Jan, it's interesting, isn't it? No matter who you support, no matter what league you prefer, this is must-watch tomorrow, isn't it?
It's unbelievable, and I guess Barcelona under Flick has been unbelievable all the time. I'm not only talking about the individuals, the way he set up his team, the way he do that fantastic high line. It's successful, but you really, can this go all the way? Can they just keep on playing like this? And when they were down in the first leg, they came back, and we haven't even started about the individuals. If you don't love Barcelona, you don't love football. And that's my statement of the night.
That goes very well to everyone who says that we hate Real Madrid. Thank you very much, Jan. What's interesting, and Jan mentioned it, Mario, obviously the high line, that back four, have worked for most of the time great this season. The problem is when you miss a part of it. So we know Balde, for example, will be out for the game tomorrow. It seems that whoever Flick brings in, it's very difficult for them to kind of hit the ground running when it comes to this sort of tactic. How does Flick address that tomorrow? How would you do it?
No, you know what the biggest problem is? Of course, the rhythm of the team. He's going to, the rhythm of the team is going to kill it. It doesn't matter if you play all the time or if you just come in, you understand, it doesn't matter. The problem now for them is like, can they pick up the speed straight away when they come in? That is going to be, one of the key things that you're gonna ask them. You understand? Because like, whoever, if you play, like if you substitute, the key thing is also the connection between Yamal and Koundé. Because if you take the guy away, Koundé take away, he is also directing him and telling him, certain things that you don't have to do, what you do have to do when you play with a younger one. So I think that is going to be one of the key questions. And who you're going to put there, that is the question. Would you put a young boy like Ford there? Garcia? They have too many things now to answer, and we have to see what Flick wants to do. Because the question is going to be, how are you going to start this game? Because he's going to meet a team. Oh my God, I love Barcelona, just like Hans said, but playing against Italy in Italy, against Inter, in Italy, that's going to be tough.
So there's talk maybe Inigo Martinez can play at right back, bring Araujo into the centre. Like, how do you fix all this?
There are a lot of pieces that you have to move around, and we saw what his initial sort of attempt to try to fix this issue was. So people may think, well, this guy is missing, so that's it. No, this guy is missing, so it also means he changes here, he goes there, he goes over there, and now essentially you have a whole new back four. So how do you actually become solid defensively if you haven't worked together? What I would say is that that's impossible to do in a span of a week or less than that. It's important then that Barcelona are at their very, very best, at their very sharpest as possible in the midfield. The possession of Barcelona has to be so clean tomorrow so that they don't lose the ball in a bad area, and then Inter are able to spring a counterattack that can expose this back line that doesn't know how to coordinate their movements because they haven't played together. If you're thinking we're going to depend on this back line and this is how we're going to get through your Barcelona, I think you're missing the point. You got to then lean on what really works for you, and it's going to have to be the midfield and your attacking third player.
Hey, it could be the great scenario. You score 3, we score 4, Jules. And what's interesting as we take a look at what's going on at the top end is Robert Lewandowski has travelled. He obviously has been out for the last couple of weeks. It'd be interesting to see how Flick deploys his veteran up front.
Yeah, you're right. And from what we've been told, it should not start tomorrow. Ferran Torres will start up front, and you keep Lewandowski on the bench. You might need him, you might not need him. You might need him for 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Obviously, there's the Clásico coming at the weekend too, and that's also somewhere in the back of Flick's mind when it comes to somebody like Robert Lewandowski and his fitness as well. So I think it's probably a given that Torres, who played well in the first leg, offers something different, obviously, to Lewandowski, maybe more mobile, younger, probably better maybe in some moments of pressing and counter-pressing. And then you always have Lewandowski that you can call upon if you need to at some point in the game.
That first leg, of course, was once again when Lamine Yamal not only got the attention of people watching the Champions League, but just of sports fans all around the world, given his age, given the confidence that he played with. Here is Inzaghi ahead of the game about the youngster.
Chiaramente è difficilissimo, chiaramente dovremmo cercare di non fargli arrivare palla, ma è impossibile nel calcio d'oggi. Sicuramente sarà un osservato speciale, sarà chiaramente raddoppiato, cercheremo di attenzionarlo, però come ho detto nella gara di andata che l'avevamo visto dal vero, è un grandissimo talento, alla sua età, 17 anni, è veramente pericolosissimo quando ha la palla. Tutta la squadra nei momenti difficili gli danno la palla, e quello che mi ha impressionato di più di lui è la velocità di pensiero che ha. Insomma, quando riceve palla sa già in una frazione di secondo cosa fare la giocata seguente, quindi sarà un osservato speciale come tantissimi altri giocatori del Barcellona.
How do you stop him, Mario?
It's very difficult. You know, when you play against a young kid like that, you know, he has no fear then. You know, when you play against a player, no fear, that is, for me, that's where football starts. When you play against someone like that. And then what he said, you know, Inzaghi said the key thing. The kid knows exactly what he wants.
Oh, wow. Hold on, you got personal now.
Oh, what a question. That I can't answer that.
Of course you can answer it. Of course you can.
Who do I like most of this show, Dan or Al? This is a tough one.
That's
for me.
easy.
That's definitely.
No, but just to add to Mario, what I think is impressive with this guy is not only he's dancing. He's doing this against Inter. He's not doing this in a training session or a futsal competition at Christmas with some friends. He's doing it in the Champions League final against Inter. And what I think is so amazing with this kid. Balance fantastic, the way he danced, the tricks, everything. But he's so mature. He's so an intelligent player. So what he's doing, he's just doing it. Yes, I understand when you are 17, you don't have all the worries in the world. But wow, he is experienced. Was it 100 games for Barcelona soon? Or 100 games in his career? It's like unbelievable. And the decisions he's making out there, you forget that he's a young kid. I mean, he's so intelligent what he's doing. His perception, knows where he is, as Mario was saying, before he gets the ball and all that kind of thing. I mean, I will not try to compare it with a guy called Lionel Messi, because we don't have to talk about pressure and all those kind of things. But wow, I think I've only seen that by Lionel Messi, the way he kind of find himself on the pitch when he receives the ball.
You refused to answer my question, but I think you did answer it, didn't you, Jan? Let's take a look at everyone's predictions, shall we then? Going into the second leg. It's split. It is split. Three of us think Inter, myself, Jan and Craig. Meanwhile, Ali, Jules and Mario believe it will be Barcelona. I'm the only one who thinks Inter's actually going to win on the night.
All right.
Take us through it, Ali. Why are they going to get it done?
Well, because I don't think that, and I'm quoting Inzaghi, the observato speciale, the special surveillance.
He's kind of a bit sexier when he says it.
Well, he also has better hair.
Well, yes,
I think the hair helps. The hair helps. I don't think that's quite going to work out. Inter, what has been surprising about Inter in this run in Champions League, both against Bayern Munich and Barcelona, is how many chances they have afforded the opposition. Barcelona had multiple opportunities in that first game. Bayern Munich had an inordinate amount of opportunities to get through past Inter. So as good as we think that they are defensively, they are vulnerable. they have issues themselves. We think about Barcelona having issues defensively. I think Barcelona will threaten Inter, will create chances, will score the goals, and will not do enough to win it. The one thing that concerns me about Barcelona is defending set pieces. And if I'm Hansi Flick, this is what I would do. I love, if I'm usually putting together a set-piece defending session, I like man-to-man marking. I like to put the responsibility on a guy. This is who you have. This is who you pick up. In this case, I would move away from that because physically, Barcelona cannot match up one-to-one. So what do? You have the little guys, whoever the little guys are, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo, whoever, Frankie de Jong, slow down the big guys from Inter in a set piece so that they don't get a free run. And then your big guys, Ronald Araujo, Íñigo Martínez, Eric Garcia, if Lewandowski plays, you go and attack the ball. You concern yourself with attacking the ball. We'll disrupt the run here, you attack the ball. That's how I would address set pieces, but that is an area that Barcelona has to address if they're going to be successful tomorrow.
Jan, you don't think it will be Barca. You think it's Inter that's going to go through?
Yeah, I do think that. I mean, it's something to do with San Siro. I played Inter in the European Cup like 100 years ago, where San Siro was closed and we had to play in Genova. But I'm working there a lot of times as a journalist, and when that stadium get going, that is the only margin I will see on Inter, and I've tipped them to win the Champions League, so I have to stick with that. But it's 100% that Barcelona will score tomorrow. We all know that, and as Al was saying, I was watching the game, Bayern Munich there. Bayern Munich created chances there. So I think that Barcelona will do that. And just to add, I think that Barcelona flick is quite simple on that. As long as we have the ball, Inter can't score. That is a cliche, but that's how we will go out there tomorrow. And he has the players to do that.
The winner of course, will face either Arsenal or PSG in the final. Let's just take a look at Jan, Marius and Jules. They've all got PSG to advance. Jules has got a sweat, of course, as a draw. You can hear Ali's prediction tomorrow. That'll be very exciting.
What about yours?
Yeah, I suppose.